An NBL analyst is going to join us later on in this first half to talk some Australian football and beyond. So here we go. Surgically repaired when he came out of college. There's a steal on the inbounds pass, and guess what? Adelaide out front, little push shot on one turnover. Adelaide brings it front court. That's Ramon Moore. Played his college.
Capella type player, off a pick and roll, high pass, works hard.
Bogdanovich with the assist on the bucket on top of the rim. Jeff Green having a nice start here. Off the mark and the rebound. Adelaide. We should get a pretty good look at Nigel Williams-Goss tonight. The Jazz
use those minutes being a floor general out there.
Adelaide can't connect on that turnover. There's that sweet spot. Bogdanovich. Brendan Tees checks in. 7th season with Adelaide. Their head coach, Joey Wright, 7th season. He was a draft pick by Phoenix back in '91. Never played in the NBA, but he's a fine head coach.
Saw Joe Ingles bring the ball up and saw a wide open lane and just went in there with his speed and had a nice lefty off the glass.
Takes that ball from Jeff Green and just through the hands of Goss. Picks it up. He'll go baseline. Inside, Davis on a spin. Uses that left hand. Shot clock down at 10. Adelaide on a drive inside and late. The depth also isn't younger players. These are some veterans that have some experience. And Royce O'Neal's a young guy, so is George Niang, but they've played under the Quinn Snyder system. Bogdanovich, Bogey's playing some minutes here early. We just passed the 5-minute mark. Jazz go inside.
More physical game has really helped him to make shots like that.
Yeah, they got him at 6'3", T, 190. I think again that's the show. Cross court pass. They go inside. Bradley the catch. Put it up, big fella. He missed it. Got it back. Put it up and in. Tony Bradley, North Carolina. Niang will bring it into front court. Little bump, no call. Hands it off to Royce O'Neal. Slasher inside. Strong T. That's a beautiful move. He'll be at the line to shoot one. Point line. O'Neal puts his shoulder down. Left hand throw out to George Niang. He loves that corner as well. There's a follow off the miss. Niang puts a hand up on the 3-ball, rebounds loose, and that ball popped off of Niang's chest, and a butt drive by Moore. The paint double pumps, shot rolls off the rim, and Niang with a beautiful lead pass out front. Royce O'Neal, left hand. Rolls Joe starts the second quarter, right to left hand. Loves that left hand layup. It was in and out of the Lakers, Blazers, Nets, and now Utah.
Well, I think this is going to be a great system for him to be able to do what he loves: run the floor, bang underneath.
There's a triple drive, nice D by Ingles. He strips that ball, breakaway, take it up. Royce O'Neal owning half number one.
Be some guys who need some rest to kind of mend, and other guys will get an opportunity to come in.
Inbounds. Here's Davis, hands it back. Utah's 1 of 11 from 3, so why not go inside? And Joe, easy to Ingles. Joe has a career 41% average from downtown. That's amazing. The tap for 2. And that's what really, you're getting the taste what Ed Davis does.
Just people just loving the NBL at home and abroad. I mean, the league's going to be broadcast to over 100 million people across the world this year in Europe, the US, and Asia. And it's just a league that's going from strength to strength.
We talk about the crowds, the record crowds. This summer, we saw the exhibition game.
Marvel Stadium to see our green and gold, our Boomers get the win over Team USA. And okay, it was an exhibition game. Joe slugs that 3-ball. Just stars on that team, Donovan Mitchell being one of them. And for our guys to get up and get a win, and for Paddy to do what he did that night, it'll just something that we'll remember forever back home.
Talking about these teams that are coming over from Australia, the NBL teams, the Adelaide 36ers, they fight hard.
And that's what you want in preseason.
Those Dante Exum, guys like Patty Mill in San Antonio, Bon Maker.
Bon Maker, yeah.
And Della Badova. But I told him, I said, Dante, I'm really hoping for a great year for you because you deserve it. And he's gone through those injuries as you talked about.
Joe jingling. Front court, just got it off the green. How about the finish, T? Come on.
Yeah.
Off the rim, and Joe into front court. Ingles feeds Royce up top. The catch, the bucket. Nicely done. Bradley 7 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds for Utah. Little baseline J, up and good. Sweet shot. Daniel Dillon rips in it.
I think Jeff took off right below the free throw line and was right at the basket. for that too.
Bogey had the steal, and the Jazz give it back in an easy layup for the 36ers.
Jazz are loaded right now with point guards. Remember how nice
beautiful
pass.
Beautiful pass, Joe. Joe last year, you got to remember, he was nearly 6 assists a game.
Decision-making is excellent. You know, knowing when to pass, when the Jazz gave up one right there on a wide open lane.
Struggled some from downtown. 1 of 5 in the first half. Hits that 3 ball. But it's going to come, T. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Nice follow down low. Eric Griffin rocks the rim. Heavy duty.
I had to get rid of my Velcro one and get a real one.
Thanks goodness.
When I'm working with you.
Jeff Green, more than 50 years. I like the 3 ball. That's what it's all about for Utah in this off season was to bring the 3, to add that 3 with Joe, with Bogdanovich. Conference title teams, T, NBA title champion teams. You always look down and know about the starting 5 as the Jazz hit another 3. It seemed to play a big factor after the injuries came about.
That's right. And the bench, nice Euro step by Williams Goss right there. Comes in and just picks things up. And then the starting 5 comes out there and keeps it going from there.
Himself far side, near side. Digging a Joe. There he is. Launches a 3. Bang! Yeah. Got our first 3. Joe Ingles slowly built its way to where it is today. But you know what? The foundation has to be planted. You were part of that foundation. You know what? He has to worry about you, T. I mean, that's part of the contract, I do believe.
You get better seats
I think it was page 5, paragraph A or B about Big T Bailey.
Got big shoes to fill with Steve Starks, and I don't think I'm quite ready to fill the play-by-play role. I'll tell you,
you get a chance to call any game at all? Do you get a little radio or anything?
I did some radio back in the day with Larry King, or not Larry King. I did some University of Utah baseball.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to hear this very often, but stay in your lane, will you?
Yeah.
Rebound, Tony Bradley. Beautiful. Wow, the top. George Niang put it on the rim. Points for rebounds for Niang. Nice pass down low to catch the bucket. Count. Davis is going to play some minutes behind Gobert. Tony obviously wants to earn those. How many is still undetermined. But you know, they're done.
Yeah, nice job.
Oni with the block. Starts a break. Feed it. Reverse shot. Circus shot. There's Tony. Jazz pass it out. A double team. 3-point shot. Rattles home. Griffin the 3. McVay the assist. Griffin's in double digits, T, with 12. Corner 3 is on the way. And now the Jazz are finding range. B.A. Oni deep.
College basketball season's about to start up. A lot of schools are kind of having their big nights, big public practice nights. Marquette's the same, but some decent players have come out of it.
George. 3 ball. Remember Rudy, yes, is so good on that particular play. He shot 69% last year. His game is at the rim, and he led the league easily to beat that number this year with Conley running the show and the way the floor is going to be spread. But again, that's a wait-and-see game.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that that's the kind of work they get done. There's going to be a lot of missed shots. Who's going to grab those? You know, obviously, a taller guy with athletic ability has... I think we just got chicken, didn't we?
I think you are correct. The 2 missed free throws, and in the preseason, you still get chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. And my point is Boyan was first, followed by Davis and then Jeff Green.
Yeah, minds behind the scenes. And in front sometimes, you know, making those things happen. And we don't, you know, that wasn't the case. But now you have guys who want to win. They know what the Jazz have established. They know when they get here, they're going to beat this. You just stand within yourself. You won't see him take any threes, right? You won't see him necessarily get out on 10, 15 foot, right, to get it started. And he'll hopefully not turn it over, but kick it to a guy who can make a play at the end. But he'll take off with it.
Contact. Rebounds is a shot blocker as well. 1.5 a game. Earned him Big Ten honors, and now he comes up and hangs on the rim. Boy, that's the kid, Brantley. Again, brings it into front court. Right to left to right hand and scores it.
It's intriguing.
Wow. Donovan and Conley on the road.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much we're going to see in the preseason. You just don't know.
I would agree. Right. Here comes Brantley again.
Yeah, Brantley's the point guard in this situation. Nice distribution with the ball.
See, he sees the floor.
that you talked about positions. There were positions on there that those guys, really excelled in.
The point is so well taken. The game has changed so much since those times of Carl and John. And I think that's where, you say you really can't make that determination until you see more of this club. And
great job with it, representing what this team was all about, getting the Jazz further than they'd ever been before. With a great coaching staff with Jerry Sloan at the helm.
See, how about that ball movement? They worked the perimeter and